Here we go. I should hear you. It should come out your nose loud. Stop. Your eyes closed. Put your hands palms up on your lap. And just feel. Feel if you feel any tingling in your body. Feel if you feel maybe a sense of peace. Maybe be a hint of happiness every now and then for some of you. Just for no good reason except you want it. We're going to do 3 sets of 30 again, 3 sets of 10. Here we go. Hands come up as we breathe in. Stop. Palms up, eyes closed. Once again, just feel whatever you feel. Relaxation, any tingling, perhaps a sense of peace. Some of you, there might be a little joy or happiness that creeps in. Just because it's enjoyable, why not? One more set of 30, 3 sets of 10. Here we go. Palms up, breathing deep, enjoying it. You might just take your hands and put them on your heart for a moment. Physically feel your heart and breathe deep in your heart. Feel the power of your heart, the strength of your heart, the beauty of your heart. What are you proud your heart has guided you to feel or to give or to do or to share or to enjoy? As long as that heart is beating, you live. And something in the universe, God, the universe, some energy, some infinite intelligence, whatever you call it, loved you enough to give you this heart. You didn't have to earn it. It knew you were enough before you were born. So give thanks for this beautiful heart that beats 100,000 times a day without you even having to think about it. It beats even when you sleep. And as long as it beats, you live. What a gift. Now, for 3 minutes, a minute each, start with one memory, one moment in your life you could feel incredibly grateful for if you wanted to. What's a moment? Could have been with your kids or your husband or wife or friends or by yourself or prayer or a sporting moment, any moment at all that you could feel so grateful for, and then step back in that moment as if you were there now, looking through your own eyes, seeing what you saw then as if it was happening now, breathing, hearing, feeling that feeling of gratitude as if you were there right now. Take a moment and fill up with that memory like you're there. Enjoy it. Savor it. Fill up with that gratitude. A moment you love, a moment that is precious. Think of a second moment now you can feel deeply grateful for. could be anything from your childhood, as an adult, could have been 10 years ago, could have been yesterday or today. Any moment you could feel deeply grateful for. Step into that moment right now like you're there once again. Seeing, hearing, feeling what you're feeling then, now. Fill up with that gratitude. Savor it. Give thanks. Feel so grateful. Think of a third moment now that you feel deeply grateful for if you wanted to. See it, feel it, hear it, experience it. You might even feel a smile inside that starts to show up slightly on your face if you wanted to. Fill up with the beauty of that moment, the love or the sacredness or the gift of that magic moment. Feel that that moment was a blessing in your life, wasn't it? And then just for fun, think of a coincidence that you're grateful for. You know, we all love coincidences because we didn't make it happen. It was life happening for us, not to us. You were heading to a restaurant or to a meeting and you met the love of your life. You weren't planning on it. Or a business partner. Or you got exposed to an idea that changed your life. And you didn't do it. Life, God, the universe brought it to you. It's really beautiful when we can start to see that life is always happening for us, not to us. Even the problems are gifts if we learn from them. They lead to greater growth, aliveness, love, certainty, strength. What's a coincidence you're grateful for that happened because it led to something you treasure, you value, you appreciate, you're grateful for? Fill up with that gratitude. Was it a coincidence, or were you guided? We're going to go to step 2 now. Imagine, you can relax your hands off your heart if you haven't already. Imagine an energy. It can be a gold light, a white light, an ice blue light coming from the sky, from space, from the heavens, down through the top of your head, the crown of your head. And as it goes through, that white or gold or blue light penetrates your skull, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your lower back, your stomach, your legs, calves, through the feet, into the ground, circling to the core of the earth. Imagine it. And then imagine it circling back up to the top and out the top of your head. Back down, and as it does, feel the energy come in and imagine that your life, your mind, your emotion, your body are being healed and strengthened all the way into the earth. Back up your legs, through the chest, through the top of your head, and out into the sky. Keep bringing it down like a game of energy. And think to yourself as you do this, heal my body, heal my mind, heal my spirit, strengthen me. Strengthen the best parts of me, my courage, my faith, my determination, my love, my passion, my compassion, my caring. And then do it again and just feel like each time it's almost like a cleansing and a strengthening of your whole nervous system. Like every cell, every nerve in your body feels alive, healed, strengthened. Like the best parts of you are getting stronger. Your love, your joy, your playfulness, your laughter, your faith, your determination, your persistence, your love. And when you feel really the energy or trust that's there, it's like a prayer or a blessing. Now take that energy in your heart and send it to the people closest to you. Imagine, they don't even have to know it, that you're sending energy into them that heals their mind, their heart, their emotions, their body. That it strengthens the best in them, their joy, their love, their happiness, their determination, their courage, their faith, their joy. And do it with those closest to you, your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, your children, close family members, close friends, co-workers, business partners, strangers, clients, everyone. And just feel that you want the best for them. You want them to be blessed. It's hard for us to be blessed if we don't want the same blessings for others. Those we love and those we don't even know. Just fill up with that energy that heals and strengthens you and those you love and those you meet. Energy comes down all the way through, cleanses, strengthens, comes back up, back into the sky. Touches all those you love. Make it like a game. It feels fun to keep feeling stronger and happier, and then spreading that strength and happiness through either prayer or love or blessings or all the above. Whatever is appropriate for you, whatever you believe in. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. Whatever you believe, whatever you feel, let it flow. And finally, our third step, you're going to think of 3 results, 3 outcomes, 3 goals that you want to turn into reality. And we'll take a minute each, one at a time. I want you to imagine that you've already achieved that goal. You've already made it happen. And you're feeling it. There should be a smile inside you. You're celebrating it. And how the beauty of your achieving that not only makes your life better, but allows you to touch others that you love, care about, reach out to. So see a goal or desire that you really want to make happen, but don't think about making it happen. See it as done. Feel it. Celebrate it like it's the ultimate victory. Feel grateful for it like you were guided to the result. Really feel the excitement of it, the joy of it. Awesome, you're doing great. Great job. Then think of a second goal or outcome, but really see and feel yourself achieving it and then celebrating it, and see what it brings to your life and the people you care about, and feel the joy, the excitement, the fun of it, the pride in making it happen, as if it's happened already right now in this moment. And finally, think of a third outcome, a result you want, a goal you want to make real. Step in it like you're there. See and feel yourself achieving it and being out of your mind with excitement and gratitude and joy. You might even just make yourself smile really huge for the sake of it, or a subtle one inside, whatever you prefer. But really feeling the appreciation of this, the gratitude, the excitement of it, the joy of it. It is done. Amen. Feel it. Breathe it. And then just say, thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Continue to breathe, feeling this gratitude, feeling the joy, feeling the blessings in your mind, body, heart, and soul, the blessings to those you love and meet. And start to feel the achievement, the joy, the excitement, and start to build that energy a little bit inside. Like the energy is building up inside you, and it's going to build to a peak where you're going to expand and make a sound in a few minutes. Not just yet. Just feel so grateful, so happy. So blessed. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And when you're ready, slowly, when you're ready, you can rise up and begin to stretch your body and just feel that energy inside you, building, strengthening, feeling grateful. And then let the energy rise up. Stand up and rise up. Extend your body. In a few moments, we're going to make a sound, the loudest sound you've ever made that you could enjoy making, a sound of joy, of excitement, of playfulness, of grace, of guidance. The kind of sound you make if you were thanking the universe or God for all that's inside you, all that you've lived, all that you're going to live, all that's coming. Get ready to build it up. Faith, joy, excitement, energy, passion. More excitement, more energy, more joy than ever. Get ready. 1, 2, unleash the sound! Now reach inside and double the intensity, louder and enjoy it, go! Now, bring it into your heart. Take the feelings inside. Feel it in you, as you, it is you. Tony Robbins didn't do any of this shit. This is you. Your spirit and soul awakened. It's you that awakens you. You awaken yourself with gratitude. You awaken yourself with grace. You awaken yourself with appreciation. You awaken yourself by seeing and commanding and celebrating what you want, not begging for it like you're weak. Knowing it's in you, as you, this is you. We're not made to be small or less. We're made to feel fully. 1, 2, 3, make the sound!
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories that somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows.
There's a kind of love there's a kind of love.
You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows.
There's a kind of love there's a kind of love. There's a kind of love there's a kind of love.
For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to
everybody. I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to the morning show, episode 1900 and change. Hey, my question for you is, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Do you do the work? Do you do the things? We're so busy that sometimes we just don't put all of ourselves into all of ourselves. And we're constantly dealing with distractions, and they're really not distractions. And the reason they can't be distractions is because we didn't have the traction that we wanted. So, big question, are you ready? Are you ready to take full advantage of this generous present moment? Because when you decide that you're ready, you're not going to recognize it. You're just not. What you're not going to recognize is the pattern of your past. I was sitting with some folks last night and shared some of the tools that I use. And to witness, to be a witness, to watch this absolutely bizarre new tool being introduced to them called autosuggestion. And to see how their minds and their bodies responded and reacted, it was absolutely fascinating. It's as if aliens came down and delivered them not fire, delivered them lasers. And they didn't know what to do with it. Literally did not know what to do with it. Didn't know how to use it. Didn't know what was not. Almost wasn't willing to accept it. So I ask you, you have this moment that has been given you, that has given you everything. Everything is in this moment. What is the potential in this moment? What is your potential in this moment? And then the question is what actions are you going to take? See, the only reason we go from potential to actions, and there is such a disconnect between those two, is because of addiction to approval. You can't tell me it's anything else. You can't tell me it's your skills. You can learn. You can't tell me it's your talent. You can get better. You can't tell me it's your resources. You have unlimited resources. You can't tell me it's money. You can go make money. You can't tell me it's time. You can say no to other stuff. So the only thing that keeps you from this unlimited potential to where you want to get to the actions you're going to take, is your addiction to approval. Then once you take the actions, the thing that keeps you from getting the results that you want is your neuroencoding. You have unlimited potential. You take minimal actions because of addiction to approval. And then once you do the actions, your neuroencoding gives you your results. That's not good enough. And then so now we got unlimited potential. We have unlimited potential of actions, new actions you can take that get you limited results. Then the results give you your beliefs that you currently sit with. Your actions and your results give you your beliefs. It doesn't matter what other people say. Your current status, your current state is the result of your results that give you your belief, that determine your belief. Oh, you can say, I want more, I believe more, I can have more. That would require faith. That would require gratitude. Faith and gratitude wipe out the limiting results, then the limiting actions. So I would focus on gratitude. Everything happens for us, not to us. And as you begin to realize that, and as you begin to have that, the big breaks that you've had, the big quantum leaps you've had, is because you accessed a certain vibration that allowed you to transfer your energy over to that vibration. You instantly got the results. as you begin to develop and as you begin to understand and as you begin to coordinate and to collaborate with the universal source, with God's source, with your vibration, and you step into a knowing of a knowing of a knowing, life changes for you instantly. It changes instantly. As soon as you know that you know that you know, you no longer have faith. Faith is in the unseen. When you know, when gratitude shows up, it's done. It's done. We say thank you. We ask somebody to, hey, listen, I'll take a cup of coffee, please. Thank you. And you say thank you before they bring it to you. How many of you have ever said thank you before they bring it to you? Jesus is reported to being said on CNN, right? It's being reported that he said thank you before every miracle. Isn't you, listen, you may not think it's a miracle, but a cup of coffee, you walk into a building in the middle of somewhere and ask for a cup of coffee. Do you realize how much of a miracle it was? We don't think, well, it's just coffee. It's because they're so commonplace. Do you know why I think maybe we've forgotten how much of a miracle we are? Because everybody around us has forgotten how much of a miracle they are, and we don't want to stand out. We don't want to be that kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, crazy that we think we're a miracle. You're a miracle. So, welcome to Freedom Friday. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, lessons. What'd you learn? What'd you like? What did I get you angry about? What? What's going on? How did I stir up the hornet's nest?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, neuro encoding, definitely interesting. I made a decision and now I'm moving forward
Yeah.
with some items, and boy, all of the past questions and questioning and just even the personal body feelings and everything else, it's like gripping. Crazy. I mean, I'm like, okay, thank you. This is cool. But still, feeling through it is something different.
And this is where it's almost required that we become the witness to that. Because if we take it on, we become the victim of that. We're either the victim or the witness to our own thoughts. And when you realize you feel this pain coming on and you feel that knot in your stomach and your chest tightening, you literally, I would encourage you, take a step to the left. And if you take a step to the left, the being that you stepped from is to your right. Look at the right and say, isn't that fascinating? And all of a sudden, your prefrontal cortex, the reason that we get locked in, ladies and gentlemen, here's the science. This isn't Sean pulling something out of his ear. The reason that we start to get locked up is because we lose control. And our prefrontal cortex, our executive functioning of the brain, literally shuts off. When we go into fight or flight, and when we get into that stress, and when we feel stress, we are in a fight. How many of us have had an argument with somebody? Wait a second. That wasn't in the room. We've had an argument with somebody, a full-blown argument, and they were not in the room. It proves we're not our thoughts. So when this stuff starts to happen, we have to bring back our prefrontal cortex. We have to activate the executive decision-making part of our brain. And the way we do that is we ask basic, non-threatening questions. What time is it? What's your favorite color? What size shoe do I wear? And if you answer those questions because you have those answers available to you, if you answer those questions, the amygdala says, whoa, wait, a minute. I thought we were in a fight. And the prefrontal cortex, the hypothalamus, the default mode network, all of these things start to kick in and turn on and light back up, kind of like after a power outage. This section comes on, and then they flip a switch, and then that section comes on, and this section comes on, and we've got to stay focused. We've got to stay flipping on the switches of our awareness that allows us to step out of it. And what you'll find is the body will do the natural thing of opening up the vagus nerve. Okay. And we do this all the time. And the reason we don't pay attention to it, but we know that it's that calming, okay, I can breathe now. All right, let's go. All right, let's get focused back. Okay. That is literally the body's saying, okay, we're not in the fight or flight anymore. We might be in a pool of shiitake, but we're not being held under. So we can start to make some decisions to crawl out of the mire, to crawl out of the muck. So the second you feel yourself not being aware, stop and look and go, I wonder if I need to get my nails done. That's the craziest thing ever. Well, I would never say that. Exactly. So your conscious mind goes, wait a minute, we're having a dialogue that's non-threatening, but we have to pay attention to. Do you know when you watch tennis players, and this is what's called mental toughness, when you watch tennis players and all of a sudden after they miss a score, they're messing with their strings on their racket. Do you know how fine-tuned that thing is? They ain't changing their strings. They ain't changing nothing in their racket. That is their default mode to go back to center, refocus. I have to get ready for the next point. The last point's over. The greatest teacher I had in this was Mason. Because he got scored on a lot in the beginning. And he would literally throw his head up and watch all of this stuff. You know, when you throw your head up, do you know why you do that? Because you're just vulnerable. You're like, just kill me. Literally, you open up. Oh my God. You just show your weakness, right? So I got to work with him. And here's the challenge, right? Your dad's working with you. Not this international multi-bestseller, highest paid speaker in self-development, self-undevelopment, self-talk. It's my dad, and he's an idiot. But he used to go back, and the reason that when you see anybody have a pattern, goalies in lacrosse, they would take their stick and they bang the poles, right? They bang the poles, and that's their recentering. It's sound, it's audio, it's all of these things. When you start to have something, it is necessary for your brain to have the mantra. All right, that was interesting, fascinating. Yes, you got to have your move. What's your move? What's your move? Any of you have a move? What's your move? My move is yes. What's your move? I'll be riding on the tractor and something will hit me and it'll come to me and it'll start to spiral. And whoa, let's get centered back. Yes. I can only imagine if you know how sound travels while you're on the equipment. It sounds like you can't hear, but way far away, you can hear somebody from like across the lake when they're on a boat. Same thing happens when you're on farm equipment or any heavy equipment. Your voice travels outside of the sound of the equipment. So I can only imagine what Michelle and Mason sometimes thinks, or even the neighbors. So hope that helps, RC. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions? Okay.
Hey, dobro jutro.
Dobro jutro.
Kako si? Kako si? It means how are you? This was intense, the priming stuff, because I was a little punk and I didn't do it this morning when I woke up.
Aww, shocking.
Aw, shocking. I went straight to trading and so on. And this was a very good reset. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. You know what happened yesterday?
What?
So interesting. Shocker.
Shocker.
I was bored out of my mind. All right. And I went on my computer and I went to the the gallery app.
Yep.
I went through the all old photos and videos and stuff.
Yep.
I found April 20th, 2020. That's the day I met you. I'm gonna, get that tattooed probably. So
Send me a picture of it if you have it.
I do have it, I
Okay,
think.
please send me a picture of that. I would love to have that.
And afterwards, in the next month or two, as I was scrolling through the pictures, I found no less than 4 10-minute videos of content I used to produce, like speeches and so on. Because at that time, I wanted to get into e-commerce and stuff like that. So I opened up an Instagram page, which was supposed to be, stuff about that, but I quit at some point. And I made no less than 4 10-minute videos, and I watched that, and it was so crazy. I thought to myself, I was smarter back then. Like I'm I'm stupider now, yeah. So I watched it all. It was like 40 minutes, and I said to myself, "Wow, this is just ridiculous. How is it all connected?" Because that was exactly like the topics of the videos were exactly the things I struggled with in the past couple of weeks. And those were exactly the topics. The topics were start and be kind. Second topic was who are you? And the third topic is where are you? And the fourth video was just some kind of a motivation or something. But it was start, who are you and where are you?
Hmm.
And I said to myself, this is something. We're on to something here. So it was very interesting.
So then if we did some analysis that 2 years later,
No, 4.
4 years later, you have a solution for yourself. So did the you in 2020, was it the you of now that went back and did the video? Did you time travel back? Because you're like, this is odd. I've never done a video like this. And you do 4 10-minute videos that happen to be the solution you needed right now when you needed it. Did you go back in time and prepare those for you?
No.
How do you not know? How do you
God.
not know you went back in time to 2020 and you delivered 4 messages, that 3 key messages, that, and then you stopped? Did you not get the information you exactly needed right now? Did you not go back to 2020 and say, when I get to 2024, when I get to July 18, 2024, I'm going to need this information. So I need you now in 2020 to produce this content.
Listen,
You want to start the cycle spinning? You want to start the brain spinning? That you ask that, and then ask, how did I get through there? You got God's permission to go back.
I've been through some crazy sessions with you, and a lot of times I just had the Twilight theme like da na 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 na, back in the background. But this is ridiculous. This is just blew my mind yesterday.
So
Sure.
here's a question for you. How much are you able right now to prepare yourself for the future? You just proved you were ready for yourself 4 years in advance.
Well, probably to a good extent, I believe.
So now the question is, and you didn't think maybe when you were doing the videos, it was because of the relationship we had and the conversations we were having, and you felt compelled and you wanted to go continue a message. You heard a theme in your head and you activated, and you went and did 30 minutes and a fourth one, 40 minutes, 30 minutes of content that is timeless. Because when can you go back to those videos and watch them again? You did 3 pieces of content that have proven to be timeless over 4 years. Do you think they'll be timeless over 5 years? Over 6 years? So how often might you want to listen to who you are, be kind, and where are you going?
I got them on my computer twice, so I have them on my online cloud gallery, and
Yep.
then I have them on my computer like physically, and then I have them on my phone as well.
Yeah.
I'm
How
gonna be
often
listening
might it
to
be
those like
valuable
once.
to listen to those?
I'm gonna do it once a week,
Well,
probably.
why would you do it once a week? Why wouldn't you do it daily? Why wouldn't you pick one a day?
Yeah, maybe that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I have you. So
Right, exactly. But you see where how powerful it was and how you listen, at some point we're all on one timeline. And the now of then is the now of now. Because you brought it into the now. It's not 4 years ago, it's the now. It was a younger version of you in the now, in the present generous moment that was preparing for you 4 years later to be in the present generous moment, the now. The Akashic records say everything is available to us. Did you know 4 years ago that you were going to have the motorcycle accident? Maybe. Did you know that when you were going to recovery, you're going to ask yourself 7 months after recovery, in the recovery, of who I am, be kind, and where am I going? And you said, I'm going to create this now. Because you didn't listen to it then. You didn't. You made it and you stored it.
goddamn. Well,
And here's the other thing. Did you all hear the statement that we use? I was bored out of my mind. Out of my mind. I was bored out of my past, because that's what mind is. It's the archive of everything that's ever existed in our mind. And I was bored out of my past. And I finally said, I'm going to expand. And you expanded to find the 4 videos from 4 years ago that changed your day. When we listen to our words, we will uncover some significant awareness. It's kind of, how many of us have ever played a prank on somebody and we let somebody walk into the prank? We kind of either we scared them at their car, we did something when we knew they were going to walk up the steps and something was going to fall on them, or somebody's going to jump out, and we witnessed them walking into the prank. You just walked into a prank called your better self. I was bored out of my mind. I was no longer thinking about my past. You weren't obsessed with the accident, the this, the that, the when you were trading, getting the awards. You were thinking of nothing of that. You were finally in the present moment. And what you were seeking, that was seeking you for 4 years, showed up. That's weird. That's called coincidence or godcidence.
that's called cuckoo, if you ask me. That's black magic, dude. That's something right there. But I do remember one exercise we did with you some time ago, and that just made my brain orgasm. It was you have a problem, whatever it is, right? And then we imagined that the future us comes to us after the problem has been resolved, obviously, and tells us basically it's all going to be okay, right? And then we came back to present moment with you, and all of us were like, yeah, I feel better. It's okay, it's good. And then you said, right now you went to the future, talked to the future you that fixed you right now, the problem that you carry the baggage with from before. And I was like, what? But yeah, it works. This stuff works, folks. It works.
So the 2020 version of you went to the 2024 version, got the downloads of Be Kind. Because you didn't know what you were doing at the time. You're like, this is cool stuff. I don't even know where this is coming from, but this is good. And you spoke for 10 minutes. Funny to arrive 4 years later, just in time. So JM3 yourself. Nice work. You didn't know you were that good 4 years ago.
I'm telling you, yesterday when I watched the videos, I literally thought this kid right here is gonna go places. Okay. And yeah, so yeah.
And so it's cool how we can be the resource for ourselves. Love it. That's why, listen, that's why we need to record everything, ladies and gentlemen. Could you imagine if he just had these thoughts? It would be out in the ether somewhere, never to be found again. It's why when you have these ideas and these flashes, turn on your video, record it. Nobody's got to see it. I don't know that anybody saw it. Maybe they did. Maybe a handful of people saw it and went, this is cuckoo. It wasn't for them. It was for you. It's why I record all this stuff. It's not for anybody else. It's for me. And then it's for my great grandkids who want to, somebody's going to ask, where did all of this shift in our awareness start? And they're going to come across my YouTube page. This is great grandpa. He's wearing a shirt that says, excuse me, you dropped this. And it's somebody dropped their brain. That's who he was. I love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, AJ. I can't tell you how powerful that is. I'm so absolutely proud of you, brother. What an amazing experience. And to become aware of it, to be drawn to that, to know that you were of that caliber and quality, even the download that it was, you did it 3 days, 4 days in a row. And then your old story said, okay, enough. Do you realize the energy it took to break through 4 years ago for you to put that brilliant content out and not absolutely your brain explode because of how diverse it was from where you were, right? You were divergent, like whatever that movie is, where they put up the 3 fingers and that's the call. I can't even think of what the name of the movie is, but you're divergent. You diverged from your path for 4 days and then you stop. I'd encourage you. That's a great path to go find again. Do the uncomfortable to have the comfort you feel right now. Love you, man. Who else? For those of us who are a little bit older, we can say this phrase right now. Out of the mouth of babes comes genius. Unless Selena's on here, he's probably one of the youngest. How old are you now, AJ? 26? AJ, how old are you?
No, I just turned 23 2 months ago.
Okay. Could have had a V8, right, RC? Could have had a V8.
I have t-shirts older than that.
Wow, 23. God bless you.
And I met you when I was 18, so there's a thought.
Boy, were you pissing vinegar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I was actually I was having drinks with one of my friends yesterday, and I told him about you and I told him about all this that happened. And I tell him, back in the day when I first met this guy, right? And it was totally off chance. I was in one of them MLM companies and whatever.
Yep.
And one of the guys posted a link in the group chat, and he said, here's a guy, he talks about some stuff, he's a bit weird, but he may teach you a thing or two. And I said, okay. And there we go, right? And we spoke. I remember, we spoke.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you everything about what I want to do and what happened, and this isn't fair, and then this and that, and the thing, and then the other thing, and the third thing, and then the thing that caused the thing, and this and that, and so on. And you said that's all BS. And I swear to God, if you were next to me, I'd choke you. And then, because I mean, listen, I was 18, so I was the smartest guy ever, right?
Yep.
Like all of us were at 18. And you said, but BS, by the way, stands for belief system. And I said, what? What is this guy talking about? And then, obviously the rest is history, but it was good. It was good.
Yep. And I remember the look in your eyes, and I was glad you were 7,000 miles away.
You were ready to go come through the phone. I remember.
Yeah.
I was like, let me pop some popcorn. This is gonna be good.
Yeah. 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 I remember that. Yep. But it's the reset I needed. So, and listen, I am more than glad on times 100 on steroids times 1,000 that it happened, right? Because that was I believe from this distance right now, I believe that was probably the foundation to I can just say it without sounding arrogant, that right now the things I think about versus what other people that are 23 think about is just night and day, so I am more than happy and grateful that it actually happened.
And here's the other thing. Your permanent brain programming hasn't even finalized yet till you're about 25. So you have a wildly unfair advantage over all those who are struggling. They're getting programmed. They're getting closer to their brain being baked. Can be unwired. It just gets more and more difficult every day afterwards. So congratulations. Love you, brother. Who'd have thunk?
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
So yeah, sorry, I was listening, but Friday is garbage day and
Love it.
had to
Yeah,
got
good.
mom
Take
ready.
out the trash.
I did. I took out the trash, but I needed to show my face today to prove to everyone that I survived my session with Sean. And actually, this morning when I woke up in a different state. Not in the US of A, but in a different state of mind.
Right.
And so that was already proof for me that that some of the things we talked about are starting to work. And it was funny because I went straight to work yesterday afterwards and got, started putting some of the stuff into place. So
I love it. Congratulations.
all it takes, the thing that dawned on me was, just let me look up something here. Oh, there it is. So 4,067 days ago, all it took was for me to make a decision to change my life, and it did.
Mhm.
And that's how I felt about yesterday. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and it was, yeah, when you challenged me to come and have a session with you, it was it's that point where you don't even think about it, you just do it.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things that really that kind of hit me again. I've had it before, but it kind of fades in the background until you realize that just make the damn decision. And then you know what, it'll go wherever God wants it to go. And every time I take away trusting myself and just trust in God, things change. And that was proof of it this morning, that I woke up totally different. And here's the thing, I woke up in a lot of pain. I was sleeping. I realized I was sleeping on my bad shoulder. And so that was different too, waking up, and it was like, oh man, how come my shoulder's throbbing? And I thought, well, you idiot, you're lying on your left side. So but I think
you ready for the
so-
upgrade on that? Let me share
Yeah.
something with you.
Yep.
You went to bed in a different state.
Yes.
You did some big shifts in your awareness yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you know why you woke up on your left shoulder? Because your body said, we're not going to allow you to maintain that state. You physically put yourself in pain. Do you normally wake up on your left side?
Nope.
No.
Usually wake up on my right side.
So look what happened from before you became conscious this morning. The old story, the enemy, put you on the side that would make you, the first thing you'd become aware of is pain.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the attack that's going to happen from now until forever. And the attacks can stop when you finally say, isn't that fascinating? Because you can't lose your consciousness.
Right.
It can take you away. And the second you go, oh my God, I haven't slept on my, and you haven't, you didn't. So I applaud you. This is how powerful your decision was. But I just want you to know that that's how fast the enemy will show up to attack you. And it'll be a simple thing. Oh, my wow, look at, I'm an idiot. I slept on my left side. And the subconscious is going, oh, there's the Paul we love. I'm glad you got rid of that crap we did yesterday. I don't know who that was writing an invitation. How stupid is that to write? And then all of a sudden we start to find all of the things that can keep us in pain.
Yeah.
But you said, oh, wow. Okay. So I'm glad I still have a left shoulder that I can have pain in. That's awesome. And you continue to show up, but it'll show up in the most unobtrusive ways. The pain, the suffering will appear like, oh, that hasn't happened in years.
Yeah.
And it's not even 12 hours from our conversation.
Right.
So you made some big decisions. Congratulations.
Yeah. And it's funny, Alex is on here and it's funny how, and I don't know Alex that well, but I recall him talking about what was going on after his accident, and just how that, following that conversation and how that changed him. So that's why I had to get out of my head that I got to stop trying to do everything alone, because this group is the best support out there, and we're on different pages, but we're all on the same page. So thank you.
In harmony. I love it. And here's the thing. Maybe the reason you hear these testimonials, we've been doing this, Alex and I have been doing this for 4 years. RC and I have been doing this for 6 years. Diane's been here since pretty much day one too. All of you are hearing these. So maybe you'll get out of your own effing way, stands for fear. Your fearing way to ask for help.
Yeah. And I see Christina put the link in the chat, and I was going to say the same thing, is that if there's anybody in here that is whatever, feeling stuck, feeling, or like in my case, maybe your business is going backwards, and if you have never had a session with Sean, I would highly recommend it. It'll snap you out of whatever you're in.
At least one of us will have fun, maybe both of us.
So thank you again. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Thank you.
You made me think of the rooster. I wanted a rooster to crow. You said you get out of your effing way, and now I need Kayla's rooster in the background.
Well, now Johnny has kind of filled those spots. When we had the last live session here, every time somebody would say something, literally, the second they finished where the punctuation was at the end of the sentence, Johnny would go off. And he wouldn't go off in the middle of the statement. He would go off right at the end, and he'd be in different spots. You'd hear him in the back porch. You'd hear him in the front porch. You'd hear him from under the house. It was the craziest thing. It was, yeah. And we all, of course, for those of us who were around with Kayla, and we used to think, isn't that funny? How you can hear the rooster. You can hear the rooster in her calls, and she had dirt floors. And when she first started with us, and the rooster was around. Well, we don't have dirt floors, but we got a rooster, so it's kind of funny. I love it.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, I was just also say thank you for everybody today, and thank you for all being human and as screwed up as me, because I get to learn every day, and Also, I made me think again. Everybody's made me think of a lot of things, but Paul, I'm going through similar crazy. Just the devil's trying to basically pull me down again, and it's like nope. And it's just you have that what we talked about it years ago. You have that different armor. We come here and we get the different defenses, the different tools, the different techniques, the different ideas and thoughts, and it's just all part of our armor that we get to protect ourselves. And then AJ with the videos, I mean, just like old journals and everything else. AJ, I don't know if you remember or not, probably not, but I found a letter I wrote to myself when I was 18, and just it was very impactful to be able to go through and just think of those thoughts. And it's weird and ironic how you get presented with those things that you haven't finished, if you will. That's how I view it, and so it's exciting. And you guys are getting me really fired up and excited. Thank you, all of you. I love you.
Thanks, RC. Let's go to Oklahoma. Good morning.
Wow, this morning has been really good.
Yeah.
Not as if all the other mornings have been.
Yeah, the other morning sucked. Finally, we get a good one. About 1 out of 5.
Right? So you have a 6-year testimony, a 4-year testimony. So let me give you a 3-year testimony. Yesterday, I was able to, it was a very healing moment for me, Sean.
Wow. I can only imagine, brother. I can only imagine that every cell in your body was activated in some form or fashion.
But it was beautiful. And so yesterday, I went to my friend's, lost his daughter over the weekend, and reached out to me because I lost my daughter 10 years ago.
Now, let's add some context to it.
Okay.
You were the first person he reached out to.
Absolutely.
And so
Yeah.
this is important. This is significant. This is a new relationship when you compare what we consider best friends and timeline. And this gentleman lost his daughter, and the first person he reached out to was somebody who made such a big impact, who they felt they could have a conversation with without being told what to do or how to do. They could call somebody that would listen, and it was Brad Chambers. So go ahead, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, that is a huge awareness. And seeing the daughter laying on the bed behind him when I walk in, realizing, wow, I'm on the scene, and having to be aware and check myself and understand that this is a time for me to continue my healing and continue to grow. And I stood over her casket, Sean, and I didn't even get to go to my daughter's funeral. And so I said, I won't never go to a viewing. But that's why I want to support my friend. And I told my friend, I told him, I said, Rick, I've not seen an open casket since my daughter, and this has been very healing. So thank you for letting me share this with you. I want to be here to help you and support you and not cry all over you. I didn't cry, Sean, and it wasn't, and I almost felt guilty for a minute. Like you said earlier, it's like sometimes we want to hide our goodness and our growth and our maturity because other people don't have what we have. And so we don't want them to see that as an arrogance or being hardened towards their situation. But to be able to come in and smile and share that with big hugs and just feel the peace, I felt like it was just it sealed the deal for me. Like to be able to look at my Shayla and also talk to my daughter and say, Caitlin, I love you. I miss you. And put myself back where that was. Like you taught me, Sean, bring it with me. It's here. My daughter was so active in that room. Like I could feel her. I could feel the peace and the love. And, I even told him, I said, man, I know there's a lot going on right now, but there's a guy that I would like for you to call. And I think I know he could really help you with some clearing. And just being able to share that testimony, Sean, is huge for me. So, and AJ, hearing all of what you're saying with your story, and I heard you several weeks ago, maybe months now, I was in a hotel listening to your accident story, and just, it's amazing how you take that with you and you help other people to improve their lives, Sean. I mean, it's beautiful. So just wanted to share that. That took 3 years to get to this point. So I'm excited to see what the next 3 years looks like. Maybe I'll be as good as RC in 6 years.
I love it.
I love you, man.
JM3 yourself.
Yes, sir.
And so here's the thing. When we grasp the concept of our better improves the world, and not from an ego standpoint, but from a reality standpoint, there is no doubt that your presence, your simple presence, saved that man. You're saving him from going through the pain you went through. You didn't have somebody like this. You didn't have a you when you started. He's got you.
Mhm.
And the shift for you is, you know, you don't have to do anything. You can just be, and it's enough. When you find your center and it becomes so absolutely crystal clear, you can just be and be the solution they need. You'd have no idea how he has used you, both this gentleman and God, because it would literally blow your mind if you realize the absolute sheer value that you bring to the world. Our egos would say, no, that I'm not that guy. And yet you are.
Mhm.
And that's when humble shows up. That's when humility shows up. You get to be that guy without even knowing you're it.
Absolutely. And to AJ's point, I was that guy 3 years ago and didn't recognize that I was sending messages to myself on social media that pop up reminders, and it's like the perfect day that you needed to hear exactly what you said 3 years ago. I ain't doing this for you, Sean. I'm doing this for me and my family, right? And this guy that called me is not on social media. I met him through work, worked with him for many years and became friends. So it was a testament to me that not only am I putting out there on social media, I'm also living it. He has that kind of respect for me and watching my journey because he sees me live. He sees me in real life, in my real daily activity, and how I treat other people and how I've treated him. And that was just eye-opening for me, because there were times in the past when I would put things out on social media, wanting to believe it, Sean, wanting to, knowing that, okay, people that believe this are having success, but not fully understanding, but doing it anyways, even though it wasn't perfect. Done is the new perfect is what my mentor always told me. And so I just started doing it. I didn't know how to do half the crap I do today. I just do it, right? I mess it up, then I learn something from it and continue to evolve into the man that I want to be and that I'm becoming and that I am, right? So it's just beautiful.
And so you're ready for a visual?
Absolutely. I'm very visual.
You know, when you wake up in the morning and it's just, you know, it's from the moment your consciousness begins to stir, from the way the bed feels and the comforter feels, and it's just, you're toasty, you're warm, you're cool, everything is just, and you know it's a peaceful day and the sun is out and you hear the birds and you're just getting ready to make that stretch, right, the first stretch. That's where you all are in your awareness. You have yet to open your eyes in your potential. It's taken this long for all of us to literally realize we're still awake. We're just waking up. And that excites me every day. To witness these, to know that we're just becoming conscious of our capabilities. When you can sit in a room and be that vibration that clears out other people's fears and doubts simply by your presence, you're just becoming awake. You're just lighting the candle. The darkness that gets expelled by lighting the one candle. And the reason I say that is to excite you about lighting the second candle. See, I get to today, when you hear these stories, in my room, there's me, there's AJ, there's RC, and all of these little candles. There's Rudge, all of you. Every time I show up every morning, there's 16, 17 additional candles in the darkness. And I get to see where I can go expand through you, beyond you. But my candle can only go so far. Your candle can only go so far. Yet when we come combined into a mastermind and our total goal is to expel the darkness of fear and doubt in others. When I sit in this room every morning and I watch the candles come on and the names come on and the names that aren't here that I know that are lit, it's overwhelming. And then I say, we've got more candles to light. And then I watch you guys light candles. And I see this room just expanding and the brightness and the calmness. And here's the thing. In this room with all the candles being lit, there's not a wind of doubt that's blowing one of them out. Some of them may flicker, but they don't get blown out. It's like that birthday cake candle where you go, woof, woof. So I love you all. Thank you for making my life so amazing. It's fun to be a witness. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? Okay. You all are amazing. Just say to yourself quietly, or even say it out loud, or say it just under your breath. I'm a miracle. You're a miracle. You're amazing. I love you tons. I'm your head brain training, listening to Testimonial Misfit, and I love that. I'll see y'all where?
The next event.
I love you all so very much. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas. How you doing, Mark?
Pura vida.
We love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace be with us.
Can you imagine how just absolutely blown away Lydia is with hearing this every day from y'all? Some of you she's never met. But I promise you, she showed up in your life to do some things. She's that kind of a matriarch. She is a matriarch of matriarchs. And some, I got your back. Let's go have some more fun. Jessie Lee Ward.
Bosley.
We love you, girl. All right, everybody, go have some fun. I'm going to go pet Apollo and have some fun, and let's go enjoy the day. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, everybody. Love you.
Love you all.